What it do? It's your boy Lil Khal in the building. And, yeah, that's it. Bye, guys. No, I'm playing. I'm going to be making motivational videos only because nothing better to do. And because I feel like later on in my life, I'm going to need some motivation from my, younger self. And I also feel like the community needs some motivation because we're all going through a rough time right now with COVID, just everything. And I feel like everybody has their own stuff. And hey, I mean, this video could help a lot of people, including me, But yeah, so in this motivational video, I'm gonna be going over basically self-love and friendship and relationships. So I'm just gonna start off by saying this is a touchy subject, especially for me because I just lost my girlfriend in real life and then my best friend online, along with some other people, of course, but you get what I mean. It's like a knockout combo, it's like, and it's hard. It really is, but I'm still here, am I? But I want to share with you guys how I lost my best friend first. So this person, nicest girl, I won't say names, even though you probably already know, but nicest girl ever, funny, chill, pretty, just an amazing person. Now, me being the dumbass I am, I basically ruined it. Because at first it was going great. We were both, vibing. We were both, and then all of a sudden, crabs started, hitting the fan. And, next thing you know, I'm going to her with all of my issues. She said that she'd be my therapist, which I'm like, oh, okay, cool, But I didn't realize the effect my issues had on that person. You know what I mean? And because of that, 4 months later, she didn't talk to me, and I thought maybe, she wanted space, and then I asked her, what the hell was going on, I thought you'd be there for me, especially during, the hardest months of my life. She said the friendship's no longer there, you manipulated me, this and that, and I'm just I'm trying my best to, stay calm. I try my best to stay calm when it happened, but, I still was upset. Because the thing is, I didn't realize, and this is nobody's fault but mine. I'm just saying, because I didn't realize the effect it had. I didn't realize that I had more downs than ups with this person, and it was because of me. Because of my issues, we had more downs than ups. And I needed to focus on myself and not rely on her to build me up, but rely on myself to build me up. That's what we all got to do. I'm pretty sure you guys all have somebody that you go to whenever you're sad, or just somebody. Now, you gotta ask yourself, what am I gonna do without that person? Go to somebody else? What if you don't have that person either? What if it's your family? Your parents, your parents will die one day. Sorry to break it to you, but you guys want to know the truth. Your parents will die one day. Then who are you going to go to? Nothing lasts forever. Including you. So self-love is the most important thing. No relationship will last forever. I know a lot of people say, hey, I'm going to be married the rest of my life with this person. Well, yeah, but you guys will die one day. I'm just being real with everybody. It's just how life works, And there's no happily ever after unless you really love yourself. And the point I'm trying to get across is I relied on somebody to make me love myself. And I didn't realize the effect my issues had on this person. Okay, because I put a bunch of weight on her shoulders to make me feel better. And I didn't even realize I was doing that. And that is so messed up, man. And I hate when people do that, like with anybody. But especially with girls, like if somebody put their hand on a girl, I would flip. Any guy would. But I mean, I basically did that, but emotionally. And I didn't even know I was doing it, which is the hardest part. Because I don't know, I didn't know how I could fix it. I didn't even know I was doing it, which is stupid. You should know what you're doing. And I didn't see the signals that, she was hurt because of my issues, or she. And so were other people too. It wasn't just her, some of my other friends, and that just goes to show that it's common sense to be hurt over somebody else's problems, because you feel like, you're already going through enough. Like, you don't need other people's problems on top of yours, And I, me being the dumb person I can be, that's what I did. But I never would try to manipulate somebody. I would never try to. And I already said I'm sorry, so that's that, And I'm not gonna, the truth is, I'm not gonna have a friendship with a lot of people. Because I need to find who I am without people, because we all rely on people. Well, I gotta find how to rely on myself, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna be me. Whether it's online or in real life. And that's what I learned with my ex, I kind of ranted to her about everything. When she cheated on me, I was just like, okay, time to go to who and talk about this, and just rant, which is okay, but you can't rely on them every single time, man. You gotta let them live their life too. You gotta give them oxygen. But I'm kind of glad that everything happened, because without it, I would still be blinded. And by blinded, I mean blinded from knowing, not how to love myself. And this experience is teaching me all about self-love, all about relying on yourself and not other people. And loving yourself and not having other people love you just to make you happy. And that's what everybody needs to focus on. Because I know everybody has somebody that they rely on more than, other people. And that's just facts. That's just straight up facts, man. And, there's just relationships that will come and go. And friendships that will come and go. But you never know the friendships that you can make. And you never know the lives that you can impact. It could be a bad thing or it could be a good thing. And it's good to be there for a friend. But if it's unhealthy, like the way my friendship was, towards the end, you don't want it. So I'm very glad that, it was heartbreaking, but I'm very glad. Same with relationships, I'm glad, and I think we all need to learn, this isn't just some problem that I'm doing, focusing on myself. I feel like everybody, like I said, everybody has somebody that they rely on more. Who are we without that friend group? Who are we without our, girlfriend or boyfriend? Will we be able to survive a panic attack without this person? You might think to yourself, no. Or you might think to yourself, maybe. The answer should be yes, no matter what. You need to call somebody up or have somebody to give you a hug. You gotta calm down on your own, And that's just life, man. What am I gonna do the rest of my life? When I get older, say I'm never married to anybody. If I have a panic attack, what am I gonna do? Call one of my, exes and have her rush over and, it's just. And I'm seeing that a lot. I ain't gonna lie. And I mean, I'm seeing it a lot with me too, but like I'm just saying with the whole entire community. I'm not saying any names, but I mean, you gotta rely on yourself more. And you gotta give yourself more credit because you're stronger than you think you are. You know, whatever you set your dreams to be, you can be them. But you gotta love yourself before you even try that. With rapping, at first when I started rapping, I'm like, hey, I need people to tell me I'm good or else I wouldn't rap again, man. I still am a little bit like that. But you know what? I learned that, hey, this is something that I love doing. I'm gonna do it anyway. Because as long as I think I'm good, that's all that matters. I don't care about what Eminem thinks about me. You know, like, I don't care what Damon thinks about. It's just life, man. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to think about what other people think about you, like, care about that, but you can't just do that your whole entire life and be like, hey, like, I wonder what, you know, like, who thinks about me right now, you know? Like, if the public doesn't like me, then, hey, I gotta change something. No! If the public doesn't like you, then the public can, you know, screw off for a little bit. Like, because you only gotta like yourself. There's only so much that you can really do, you know, for other people. But, yeah. And it's okay to be a people pleaser, you know. I'm kind of like that a little bit, but sometimes I am on the opposite end, you know. And I'm just glad that everything worked out the way it did, because now I'm learning all these new steps. And, you know, even though I have a rough life, like, we all have a rough life, and there's people that have it way worse than all of us, but they rely on themselves, okay? Do you know kids in Africa, they rely on themselves? They don't really rely on other people to protect them from things. They have to learn at an early age how to, like, hunt, you know. And I'm not saying everybody in Africa, but I'm saying, like, 45%, you know, I don't know. But you guys get what I mean, or in Jamaica, or just anywhere. Like, we have it good, man. Like, look at us, we have a home. Okay, we might have parents that fight. We might not have parents. We might have, like, you know, nobody. But we have a home, bro. I mean, I know that we all have a home because, I mean, unless you're Damon and you live in the woods, I mean, rather than that, we all basically have a home. So we got it good because we have a roof over our head. And you might think, like, even I have it good, you know? I'm lucky that I even have a little brother. You know, like, we all just gotta be grateful. Because otherwise, if we're not grateful, then we're gonna live the rest of our life not feeling grateful. We're gonna live the rest of our life, you know, feeling like we need more. And that's another thing about self-love. You know, you gotta love people around you, but you gotta love yourself even more, and you gotta love your life. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, you know, it's something that people naturally do. Like, hell, I hated my life, you know, like, I still don't like my life. I don't love it, that's for sure. But it's my life, nobody else's. So I might as well live it the best I can, you know? And that goes for all of you, too. So, like, basically, the advice I'm trying to say, like, I'm gonna end the video right now, but before I go, the advice I'm trying to say is don't hold on to a friendship that you already know is gone. And before you try to, like, tell somebody how you feel, ask them. Be like, hey, like, can I rant to you real quick? But also have your good times with them. You know, don't just go to them for that, you know? And you might not realize that you're doing it, but don't. You know, because it's easy to let the bad times take over the good times. But it's smarter to let the good times overthrow the bad times. And we all gotta stick together, you know, in this journey of life. And we all just gotta be grateful. Alright, peace out, everybody. I'm out.